Mary Meet, Annie here. Whenever you see the red background behind one of my videos, you will know that video has also been uploaded to the Oathbound Secrets channel, and in fact it was recorded for that. But since the questions and things that I will be addressing on the Oathbound Secrets channel often have come to me from viewers here on my Mirth and Reverence channel, you will find that video here so that it can be searched for within my personal videos also. I do hope you will watch the video on the Oathbound Secrets channel. There is often a good discussion in the comments over there, but please know you're equally welcome to comment on the videos here on my personal channel. Mary Meet, Annie here. This is my first topic video for the channel. I wanted to start with a topic that came out of a lot of questions I just seemed to receive in a row on my personal channel about the overwhelming feeling of gathering information and being at the beginning of this quest to explore pagan spirituality and practice. And a lot of the people who ask me that question will sign their emails as a newbie, and they'll use that label to define themselves. Do you? Do you consider yourself to be a newbie? I hope when you've listened to this video that you may reconsider if you do. I hate that word. Fortunately, I was never called that. I probably would have been highly offended if anybody had called me that. When I had the opportunity to study with my first pagan elders, it was as I asked to be mentored by my first coven. They had great expectations of me before we even had our first conversation. There was an assumption that I had given thought to what deity did and did not mean to me, that I had a relationship with nature, including the humans that were part of it, that I had studied mythology, comparative religion, cultures both ancient and modern, that I had a familiarity with literary works. And none of this was specifically pagan, because we had very few pagan resources in those days and no internet yet. But my point is that there was an expectation that I already had a degree of personal wisdom through the experiences of my life. And that is what I was bringing to them. That I was not presenting myself as an empty vessel waiting for them to pour invaluable knowledge into my empty head. And that's why when I started seeing online that people were considering themselves to be newbies, in fact, I may have seen the phrase in books before I ever heard it uttered on the internet. This terrible label of newbie, I declare it so that none of you, whether you are 16 or 66, are newbies. You're the sum of your life to this point. You've had highs and lows, very positive things to celebrate. Very sad things have happened to you. Losses, pets, people. Plans and goals and things you thought would happen that didn't, in addition to all the wonderful things that have happened. There have been important people in your life. You may have experienced the religion of your family, if it is not a pagan religion, and through that explored what that did or did not mean for you when you questioned it, and came looking for maybe something to complement that, to deepen the experience of that, or you realized, as I did when I was a very young person, I just didn't believe the same thing my family believed. What is important is, no matter the length of your life, you have had experiences that within that life are immensely important, and you learned from every single one of them. So I would like to ask you, are you a newbie, or are you rather a dedicant? Have you chosen to become devoted to personal transformation through study, through listening to the experiences of others, seeking the wisdom of others, to take it in and decide what it is and is not for you, I ask you, what do you already know? Look back over the experiences of your life, and everything from something as simple as the first time you headed off to high school or college, the first time you fell in love, gave birth, the first time you lost someone important to you. My question to you is, where, my friend, is the newbie in that? If you enter into discussion through comments on videos or emails that you exchange with others, both those who are as experienced and more experienced or differently experienced than you do, how do you present yourself? What do you bring to that conversation? What do you already know of your beliefs, your desires, your goals? What has felt right and not felt right to you as you have expressed your personal spirituality? Will the person that you are in conversation with see you as a peer? They should, you know. I'm going to do a second video, the partner to this video, about what you can expect from those you are in contact with, seeking to understand their experiences, learn from their wisdom, incorporate it into your practice, and decide what does and doesn't resonate for you. But from your perspective, imagine yourself in conversation. If you were sitting right here with me, would you feel my equal? You are my equal in every way, because only you has experienced what you have experienced so far in your life. No one else knows what it is like to be you. The wisdom you hold for yourself is unique in the universe. That's no different than what it's like for me. It doesn't matter that our experiences may be different. It doesn't matter we may be different in age. What matters is we have each embraced the moments of our life as learning opportunities. It's through that we become more and more who we are meant to be. In any conversation you have with someone who has more experience than you, they will not expect you to be fully evolved as a spiritual being, because if they are wise, they know they are not fully evolved. We are all the same in this quest for growth and experience. You will be perceived in any way you perceive yourself. I provided a link below to a blog I recently wrote, which is entitled Newbie, Dedicant, or Yet Another Aubrey. You might be interested in reading that. There is some guidance in it on developing a spiritual timeline for yourself if you are still not convinced that you are already amazingly wise, taught by the experiences of your life. I would like you to reconsider. I put forth that you are not a newbie. You are not a beginner. You're not entering a new path or converting to something different. You are simply continuing the flow of your life. May I suppose now that no matter our differences in age or experience, that we are one and the same, dedicants, both of us, all of us, in the flow of our lives, which we hope will always bring us further understanding, further wisdom. But no one of us at a starting place. And each of us is a sum of all of the experiences that we have had to date. Now you know why I hate the word newbie. What do you think of it? How do you feel about it? Will you call yourself that? Will you permit another to call yourself that? I wish you mirth and reverence. Mary Part.